Welcome back to Pokemon X. This is it, folks, the final hurdle before we reach the Pokemon League, Victory Road. Now, if you've ever played a Pokemon game, you'll know what this path of the would-be champion is all about. High-level Pokemon, highly skilled trainers with diverse teams, and a bunch of tricks and traps that will require you to make use of Surf and Strength in order to reach the end of said road.
I hate it when they require you to use the HMs in order to get through this area. I mean, I've never really been a big fan of that, because you either have to bring in an HM slave, or you have to kill one of the attacks on your team that you've already got in order to just get through the dungeon. And I always thought that was pretty lame.
Granted, they've made it infinitely easier to delete moves and relearn them, especially if you have a Pokemon with the move Thief, which you can use to pilfer heart scales from love discs, which is a strategy I used to teach moves like Focus Blast to Pangoro, which was a waste of time, but regardless, it's a strategy that works. Well, the pilfering, not so much teaching the Focus Blast, but I agree with Helldragon here. I really think they should just relegate all HMs to items, like I think we mentioned a few parts ago, and just leave the moves alone, man.
Well, I mean, I get the point of using the HMs like that. I mean, you're supposed to work together with your Pokemon to accomplish your goals. I mean, thematically, that makes sense. But at the same time, you know, it just makes it where you pretty much have to carry around a Pokemon that can't really be at its full potential. I guess, you know, if you were to just go through Victory Road, get to the Pokemon Center, and then go fly back to the move deleter guy or spend some more time getting your team together. But I don't know, at this point, honestly, I'd just be gunning to go right to the Elite Four. I don't want to waste more time just to get everything back in order again. It's just lame.
The setting of Victory Road is a tad stale at this point. Oh, it's an overly long cave. Haven't seen one of those lately.
Well, I'm glad they installed floodlights, though, so we can all see what we're doing when we're battling, though. You know, I'll take it, just as long as they don't make us use fucking Flash for Victory Road. Because if they did that, easily would be one of my worst Victory Roads ever.
Yeah, the HM so useless, it actually got relegated, or downgraded, to a TM. The same thing happened to Defog, I believe.
I mean, Defog wasn't really clamoring for HM status, I think. You know? I mean, when is that really gonna come up in the overworld anyway? How many times did it come up? I bet it wasn't that many, like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, with Surf, that makes sense. You could surf tons of places. Okay, that's actually kind of a decent HM. I can get why you would use that more often.
And it's pretty good, you know, from a battle standpoint, because it does pretty moderate damage.
Yeah, it actually does something, which is why it's worth having. And now it's dead.
Bye-bye.
I'm not happy anymore.
I got told that my Tyrantrum is not suited to having Draco Meteor because of its low special whatever stat, but you know what? I no longer care. This is my Pokemon, and, you know, it was born this way, and it's not its fault its special stat is low. It will use this move, and it has a purdy animation. Deal with it.
That's true, man. I mean, no matter what a Pokemon might be, no matter what its potential might end out to be in terms of its stats, every Pokemon can succeed. And this Tyranitum may not be as special as the other Tyranitum, but this one has a dream to go to the Pokemon League and beat the shit out of fucking everything. And I will see that dream through, my friends.
Wonderful, Helldragon. Beautiful. I will nominate you for an Oscar. And just in case you're wondering, you can evolve Tyrant to a Tyrantrum during the day, actually, starting at level 39.
That's kind of weird that it has to be during the day, though. I mean, why is it that specific?
I'm not really sure why. Tyrantrum is known as the Despot Pokemon. You know, obviously it has Tyrant in the name, and it has its crest is a bit like the sun, so maybe that's the reason? I don't know.
You know, I will give this Victory Road some props, though. I mean, once you're not in the caves, the surrounding area is actually pretty cool. I mean, you're climbing up this mountain, and parts of it take place within these ruined castle areas.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, if the whole Victory Road was based on this ruined castle stuff, I would love it a lot more, personally. It's just the problem where parts of it take place in the damn fucking caves that we're all sick of by now that don't really make this Victory Road as good to me.
Yeah, and the Pokemon are so high level, they just kind of seem to shrug off max repels, which makes it even more annoying when you're forced to run away from them.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't get the point of putting in random Pokemon at this juncture, because you're probably not going to fight them, and you're probably not going to catch them. You're just going to run away. So it's honestly just making the whole thing take longer, in my opinion.
Yeah, and fighting trainers Pokemon will garner more EXP anyway, so...
Yeah, so I think in the future, they should have a much better, Victory Road that isn't around a fucking cave, and they should just focus on the trainers from here on out.
Well, you know how Pokemon is becoming more casual. The next Victory Road will just be like a straight line. Like, outside, you can ride your bike down it, it takes about 5 minutes, and then you get to the Pokemon League.
Yeah, we were looking at the numbers for Final Fantasy XIII and all the sequels, and we thought we'd copy that a little.
Hey, Helldragon, try to play the game.
What do I do?
I thought I was playing Pokemon X Helldragon, but I was playing Digimon World Adventure the whole time. Level 60 club, baby.
Yeah, now we just need 4 more before we can start make the NTom64 jokes.
And then Pyrox unleashes its true hidden Mega Evo.
Mega looks better than the actual design, Pyrox?
Yes.
Sure, sounds good with me. Why not?
I gotta say, it's nice to see a black belt and a psychic able to work together. It kind of comes off as a tad cynical, like, you know, maybe that partnership was designed by committee, but, you know, that's just old NTom being his usual grumpy, cynical asshole self.
That would be a terrible sitcom premise, though. He was a black belt who kicked his way through everything. He was a psychic who was smarter than the rest, until they had to work together thanks to a Japanese committee.
Rob Schneider is the black belt. Rated PG-13. Thank you, I'm here all week.
Oh man, that sounds exactly like one of those fucking parodies. See, this area looks so much better and much more interesting than the fucking cave. I wish all of it was this.
That cave entrance there will take you back to the entrance of Victory Road itself, should you need to go back.
But why would we do that?
Note the judgment in my voice.
I like to think this Pokemon Ranger in particular just has whiskey in her belt, and that somehow heals your Pokemon.
No, not whiskey. We call it Hyper Potion in the Pokemon world.
Ah, yes, it's not wine, it's fruit juice.
No, Potion is fruit juice. Like, Super Potion is vodka. Hyper Potion is whiskey. For restore, I'll leave that one up to your imagination.
It can't be Coors, that's for sure.
Oh god!
What the hell is this Pokemon?
The most fearsome flying type of all, Fearow!
Oh my god, Fearow, the legends were true!
I hear they revamped it for X and Y. Its hidden ability allows it to do 0 damage, and its typing is now flying.
Wow! That's pretty neat.
It does look like shit.
What's that town down there? If anybody in the comments knows, let me know, because I'd be interested to know which town that is.
One of the Kalosian secrets at this point, I believe. Oh, hey Serena, sorry, we were just talking about history and shit.
Yeah, it's kind of easy to gloss over you at this point, isn't it?
Lysander's done. Team Flare is done. Move on.
Oh, okay, she does bring up an interesting point. I mean, she's like, you know, Lysander was a total tart. We sorta have to take the good points of his philosophy and kind of leave out the whole kill everybody stuff. So she kind of wants to do better based on, you know, the good parts of Lysander's ideas.
Yeah, and let's just, you know, ignore the fact he wanted to blow up everyone except Team Flare.
Now, you were telling me that apparently this point is where the Kalos region guidebook steered you wrong.
No, it didn't just steer me wrong. It, like, drove me off the road and then proceeded to screw me.
So what happened exactly?
Well, it showed the lineup of Serena's Pokemon, and at the top of said lineup, you know, the Pokemon that would be sent out first, it showed an Absol. And of course, I thought I'd counter this with my fighting type Pokemon. But lo, out comes Meowstic giving it all this with the psychic jibber jabber, and down goes T-Zog.
Yeah, you know, but even though the Kalos region guidebook obviously screwed you here, when has Serena not opened up her Pokemon battles with Meowstic when she got one, though?
Well, first of all, that's completely besides the point. Secondly, I don't really have an excuse. The guidebook was sloppy and, just rushed, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, they had to rush it to begin with just to coincide with the release of Pokemon X and Y, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, how it shows, icons of each Pokemon, for each battle and whatnot. Some Pokemon just aren't there. Like Horlucha, for example, has no icon.
Oh man, that, reminds me of, when old strategy guides used to come out, and they were very clearly based on, beta builds of the game that they were covering. Yeah, and they had, completely inaccurate information. Oh man, I remember those. I'm getting old. And it actually reminds me of, this really shitty Pokemon Red unofficial strategy guide I saw somebody had in middle school. It was a completely different anime monster on the front cover. Completely different characters. The inside maps were just, basic boxed outlines. It's, so terrible. I actually find this book on the shelf, in the books section of the consignment store I used to work at. And I'm flipping through it and I'm going, I used to want this thing? What the hell? It's completely messed up.
If you're gonna get a guidebook, get one from Piggyback. Their stuff is awesome.
You get one that actually comes out after the game is out. I guess that can actually be accurate. Well, okay, you'd probably find that on game FAQs, and really, that's all you need.
Oh, Flareon, you don't even have 4 moves!
I know, that's still pretty sad, but Flareon is trying really hard, isn't he?
No.
Oh my god, he actually took that! I wasn't expecting him to! And now he's pissed! Okay, I didn't really do anything, but what's important is that he tried, and I think we can all give it some credit for that.
Literally, 3/4 of the moves I have are specifically designed to screw him over.
Well, maybe another day, Flareon. Note, that day will not come. No, Altaria. This one is pretty interesting.
Yeah, there's just some Pokemon that don't really translate into 3D models very well, and Altaria is one of these Pokemon.
He looks like he's a milk mustache! Doesn't he?
He does!
Yeah, let's all be this way. No. Wow, he got iced. Thank you. Thank you.
Should be noted that Helldragon refers to all Pokemon as he or it, so don't get offended, please.
He, she, it, shit. That's not mine. I won't take credit for that, but I just say it whenever that kind of stuff comes up.
No, it's like the last Pokemon on her team just to spite me.
Well, I mean, you've got something else to counter an Absol, right? Yeah, here we go. We got Goosebumps. He can take care of it.
Absol, beware. You're in for a scare.
Yeah, he does look kind of scary. He doesn't even have any feet anymore, I think.
Note the fact that Goosebumps is female.
Well, if you're gonna call me out on that every single time, we might as well start building the list. All the times Helldragon was wrong. Compare this column to all the times NTom was wrong.
Compare it to all the times Serena was wrong. Her list beats ours.
Wow, this is like her entire life right here. Oh god, I feel so bad. Crushing dreams, da 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 da.
Da da da. Go home. Da, da. No, don't play sad music. I ain't feeling sorry for you.
Well, now we're supposed to feel bad, because Serena has tried so hard, and she got so far. But in the end, it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't even matter.
Oh, sorry.
Well, thanks for the max revives, I guess, but I could have bought those at any given store across the land.
You know what's really disappointing about Serena, though, and I've said this before, but, the fact they kind of give the rival, in this game this sort of, they have this low confidence, when it comes to battling you. But at the end of the game, they don't really do anything with it. I mean, it just kind of peters out after a while. And if you're gonna bring in that kind of character trait into the rival, you kind of want it to go somewhere that's satisfying in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Blue, for example, or Gary, to put it in anime terms, was completely emasculated. He was just destroyed. And then the second he becomes champion, he loses that status. And on top of that, his granddad comes in and just basically says, stop being a fuck-up. I wish Red was my grandson, basically.
Okay, well, I don't think he went that far. He's not going up and hugging Red and going, this is what you never were. I don't think it went that far. But yeah, he pretty much told Gary, hey, this is what you fucked up, so learn from it.
Dude, Oak, he came when he heard Red had beat the Elite Four, right?
Oh, that's good. You got any other familiar jokes you want to bring out while we're here? You have Burn Heal, I hope.
Lickitung is one of those Pokemon you don't want to see creeping out of shadows. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's true. Ugh.
Okay. What?
She's talking about her chest. I'm sorry, what the hell are you saying?
I think we'll have to wait until after the battle for pre- or post-battle context.
Yeah, well, hopefully it'll be easy though, because now I'm just kind of confused. Hey guys, did you hear that Gen 6 was confirmed?
And it's gonna be in 3D!
I know, that's pretty neat, man. Oh shit! Just learned that water is weak to electric. The things you learn every day, man.
Speaking of old, tired, stale, fetid, destroyed jokes.
Here comes Mr. Milk Mustache. I'm still waiting for that beautiful day where we can use Fairy like a flail. I don't know how we'll do it, but it would be amazing when it does happen.
Well, I suppose we could, like, equip it to a Hariyama who would actually have... Well, I don't know even if Hariyama would have the strength to lift up a Lapras, but something to go into detail on in Pokemon Z or Z, I guess.
I guess now would be the best time to address that. Were you thinking of covering any sort of information from Pokemon Z or the third version whatsoever?
We'll probably cover the inevitable Gen 3 remakes, but I'm not sure about the third game of Gen 6.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it wasn't... It was a normal victory pose, as opposed to a pose for something else.
I thought you were trying to proposition a Lickitung or some shit. I was getting worried for a second there.
Victory Road, full of dangerous wild Pokemon, cunning trainers, and the cave hooker.
I shouldn't laugh at that. Damn you, Helldragon.
Did you ever catch this guy?
Zweilous, or however you pronounce it? No, because there was no Pokeball in the top right, you dunce.
Okay. Because, you know, I kind of like Hydreigon. I think it's actually kind of cool.
Rare footage of me walking into a dead end and not editing around it. Speaking of Hydreigon, actually, just before my mind jumps to the next inevitable point, you know how we were accosted by a Fearow?
Yes.
You can actually get accosted by wild Hydreigons.
Okay, that's actually kind of better jumping from the sky than like a fucking Fearow. Like, I guess if you saw a Fearow in real life, you'd probably shit your pants, but a trainer at that point would just be going, oh! Didn't expect that, I guess. Go kill it. Now, I'm still not sure about Banette. I mean, I know it's supposed to represent some sort of puppet thing, but I've never really got the zipper for the mouth it has.
Well, maybe it's implied that the true spirit is, like, inside this puppet?
I guess. I don't know. All I know is that if we see art where its mouth is actually open, that would be fucking terrifying, I think.
I think that actually happens in its Mega Evolution.
Ugh! It's been a while since I've seen that one, but I don't think I want to see it again.
Don't want to see Mega Magnetric either, but that's a story for another time.
Yeah, we're all kind of tired of him at this point.
Mega Magnetric getting blown the fuck out, son.
So, what do you think about Leafeon?
Well, with apologies to Leafeon fans, it's not very good.
I don't want to say I hate it. It's not my favorite, but at the same time, I don't hate it. I'm gonna hem and haw on this one, and hopefully you'll take that for an answer.
Wait, that was a theme song? I just thought you had a vicious stutter.
Veteran.
Got a bit crunk at the end there. I like.
Yeah, we're all gonna get crunk faux shizzle up in here. You ever just say crunk and start to laugh, even though there's no reason you should be?
I say stuff all the time and laugh, mostly because the words coming out of my mouth sound stupid and I hate myself.
Well, it's kind of hard to follow up that statement now that I think about it. I do love how it's overlooking like all this majesty in nature with the cliff sides and the waterfall over there. It looks really nice.
Well, thank you, David Attenborough, for that wonderful analysis.
I'm gonna get mad as soon as I figure out who you're talking about. So what do you think of Macargo?
One of the more forgettable Pokemon of Gen 2.
I don't know. I mean, okay, yeah, nobody ever used him, but at the same time, I think it's a decent design for what it is. It's basically a drippy fire snail. Okay, I can go with that.
Oh my god. They eat snails in France.
Oh, of course!
And this one comes pre-cooked.
Sycamore has, like, canned Macargo in his cabinet. You know he does. It's good for when I don't want to give a shit.
You know, I'm just starting to realise how offensive my David Cage accent is.
But that's not going to stop you from busting it out, is it?
Hell no!
There we go. Oh, Scizor! Yes, yes, I am fucking feeling it right now. We better see some Mega Scizor action up in here.
You're probably gonna have to wait for the post-game for that, my friend.
No! I am actually kind of looking forward to the post-game, because I really don't know what's going on in the post-game for this game. I mean, I didn't know what was going on for the pre-post game, but I think I could kind of predict the whole going to 8 gym shit already.
Yeah, what you don't know is that Helldragon isn't actually watching the same video I am. He's like watching an episode of, I don't know, JoJo or some shit, and just basically trying to interpret my commentary, and, you know, analyse the events as they unfold.
That should be interesting. I should try that sometime. Commentary Braille.
Makes about as much sense as putting Braille in a fucking video game.
Are you referencing something that I don't know about?
I'm referencing the Reggie bullshit in Gen 3.
Yeah, that was bad. As soon as I remember what it is, I can agree. But yeah, that was also pretty bad.
Take that, game designers!
Yeah, we totally owned you in a video. Who's this asshole?
Are you just the same Graveler?
Can I come too? No. But I'm really useful. You haven't even become a golem yet. Well, I can if you trade me. I don't know anyone.
If I trade you, you ain't coming back.
I always thought Golem was pretty cool, but I didn't know anybody who had Pokemon Red or Blue growing up, so I could never get a Golem, and that was really annoying.
Sorry, I would respond to that, but that guy said my body is ready, and I kind of blacked out for a second there.
Just kind of stunned by the amazing reference that they managed to sneak in, thanks to the internet.
You know, that one's fine, my body is ready, because it's a Nintendo-centric meme. Stuff like over 9000 just kind of makes me cringe.
Well, over 9000 is sort of in the internet vernacular at this point. I mean, it's lost all of its edge, and it can just be casually referenced by anybody as sort of, you know, kind of just basic overall grammar at this point.
I love it when I get to attack twice.
It is pretty nice. I don't know if lightning bolts work on trees, but I guess we'll try it out.
Wasn't very effective, but the already dead thing is now dead again.
Well, you're just kind of stacking on the dead for this guy, aren't you? 4 more levels till 64, then we'll all make the same joke at once. Gigalith, I'm trying to remember that one.
Same, man.
Gigalith was from the forgettable generation, wasn't he? No, I think he was black and white.
Yeah, it was black and white.
Okay. Oh, it's this fucking thing. No wonder I forgot about it.
I think we befriended one of these in Pokepark too.
Oh yeah, I'm starting to remember that now. I mean, what the hell is it supposed to be?
Pile of shit, I think.
It's a kidney stone with legs!
Oh my god. Don't look up kidney stones. I'm telling you that now. Do not look up kidney stones.
Kids, I want you to heed the Surgeon General's warning on this one. Oh man, that Gigalith does not take our kidney stone talk that well.
My grandpa was a kidney stone. How dare you defame him?
Well, it's kind of hard not to be defamed when you're a fucking kidney stone. Let's think about this.
Note the fact that T-Zoc has strength. Yep, I had to turn him into a temporary HM slave for the duration of Victory Road. Although that being said, I don't think I took it off after Victory Road. I'm that lazy.
You're tainting his effectiveness. I like this guy. His body will always be ready for anything.
Just a short stretch now on veteran trainers, and then we're done.
Yeah, that's good. You know, just get through this final gauntlet here. Wake up, you're not done working yet.
Well, I guess Serena came in useful after all.
Look, you're gonna fuck up sooner or later. Okay, less than me, but the point is, here's something to make me feel useful for a change. Who's this asshole?
Are you the same Haunter?
Can I also come? No! We told your friend Graveler that he could fuck off, and you are free to join him in the fucking off queue over there.
Notice we already have a much superior Gengar. Thank you. Bye-bye. Into the trash it goes.
You know, now that I think about it, if Haunter evolves into Gengar by trades, wouldn't somebody have to trade a Haunter in order to discover that Haunter in fact evolved into Gengar?
Don't try and apply game mechanics to the game's world and lore. It doesn't work that way.
Anyway, Glaceon is cool, and yes, I went there. But I actually really do kind of like the design. It's simple but effective.
You're not going to get away from that whole comparison thing, but I'll let it slide for now, because I'm cool like that.
Yes, we're all pretty cool about Glaceon, who is cool. I kind of see what they were going for with the front of Glaceon's head. It kind of looks like a really short bowl cut, don't you think?
I was thinking more along the lines of like the patterns on a snowflake.
Okay, yeah, I can kind of see that too. I tend to see it more like hair, unfortunately.
Well, at least it didn't go full snowflake like some Pokemon. Crygonal.
Oh, that's a pretty nasty cough. Did you call me? No! You don't get to come either! There's the fuck off, Q! Get to the back!
I'm gonna high jump kick the fuck out of this Snorlax.
I wonder who else is in the fuck off queue. I know Raichu's in the fuck off queue.
Serena's back there collecting her unemployment check.
Can you get employed for being a Pokemon trainer? I don't think it works like that.
Well, you can, like, garner money. I'm not sure if you're given, like, a starting fee or something.
Can you charge fees for exhibition Pokemon battles? You know, now that I think about it, I may want to get into this industry, because apparently it pays off pretty well.
Make sure you have a license, though.
That's true. It's always bad when unlicensed Pokemon trainers try to hold exhibition battles and do really poorly just to steal everyone's money. It's honestly pretty disgusting. Who the hell does she remind me of? She reminds me of somebody, but I cannot put my finger on it.
Okay, a little switcheroo, and I believe we're ready to take on the final trainer of Victory Road.
Here, have some hyper potion.
Wink.
Wink. Why are you saying wink? Wink.
Let's do this.
Is your body ready too? Okay, I guess his body is kind of ready, metaphorically.
I like it when they hype up battles.
Like I said before, I do like the veteran trainers, so I think having them hype it up in the end is a pretty good way to close off Victory Road.
Let me just ask you, Helldragon. Skarmory, you think it's all fun and games, right? Just give a little toasty roasty and it goes down?
You're a little psychotic, what's going on?
It has fucking Night Slash.
Holy shit, that came out of nowhere. I didn't know if you could learn that move.
Well, mate, I think there's like been a few gens worth of information you're lacking.
That's true.
And it has Sturdy as well.
I hate Sturdy so much, because it's basically the fuck you, I get to go again move.
Or the fuck you, I'm gonna use the potion move.
Yeah, that, especially, ugh.
Skarmory, a bit iffy. His next Pokemon is a fucking beast.
Is that right?
Oh, yes.
Let's see who's coming up next. Oh boy, here we go. Actually, what did you think of Alakazam? Like, ever since the beginning, what was your opinion on him?
I don't know why he lost the tail, but a solid Pokemon design. A little bit of trivia for you. Abra and Kadabra were originally called Hocus and Pocus, so it went Hocus Pocus Alakazam.
I don't know, I kind of like Abra and Kadabra better, because those two felt like distinct names. Alakazam is just blading up, yeah, we're fucking stealing the magic word, what are you gonna do about it? We're over here in another country. Oh! I'm in for a scare. Can anyone beat Alakazam?
Here's a little joke for you, just before this battle ends. You got Abra and Kadabra. I think they should have renamed Alakazam to I Want to Reach Out and Grab You.
Took me a minute to get that, and I finally have, and it's all good.
Notice how when he uses a move that has low accuracy, it works, but when I use a move that has 100% accuracy, it misses.
When you use a move that has 100% accuracy, people tell you what you did wrong in the comments.
And we can be certain of that with 100% accuracy.
There's some predictable things in life. Death, taxes, and how much Tom keeps messing up.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
Man, this Alakazam is fucking hardcore, though. I gotta give him props.
I like its Mega Evolution. It's got a bunch of spoons. It is ready to eat all the ice cream.
I'm gonna have every single piece of ice cream in the store, and you can't stop me.
I like that one picture where it's Mega Alakazam versus like a horde of those vanilla or ice cream Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that one. I also really like Umbreon. Again, you know, it's a very simple design, but it's still pretty effective in my opinion.
T-Zoc, I'm kind of burned out at this point, so just give it a little tap on the head and let's go home.
Just hit him with the finisher right away. This is a squash match.
By God, by God.
By God, it's the same thing he said every time he pulled it out. By God.
Should have named him Slobberknocker. Oh, when you use Toxic, it works.
When I use Toxic, they tell me about it in the comments. I'm still trying to figure out what the rings on a Umbreon mean. I know they mean something, but obviously I forgot what they meant off the top of my head.
By God, stop the presses. The match is over.
Slowbro comes in. Did you know that they're making a dark evolution of Eevee? I guess your body just wasn't ready enough.
Ironically, doesn't use a Mighty N.
Oh, I got shit to do. Thank you. Alright.
You have beaten us. Now you will become the next veteran, and then you're just locked inside Victory Road forever.
They're all secretly Borg.
Oh man, I have never quaffed a fresher breath of air.
Yeah, it's definitely better than breathing swamp ass in that cave.
Let's take a slightly out of focus photo of the Pokemon League to celebrate.
That would be a good thing to send to Mom. Oh my god, Tom made it to the Pokemon League. Why can't I see the castle that well? See, Mom, if you got me a camera that works, you wouldn't be having this problem.
Interesting little tidbit. The more photos you take, the more you will please this one random guy in Lumio City who will actually give you camera upgrades that allows you to take different types of pictures, like a wide lens or a focused lens.
This is a silencer lens.
Oh, we probably won't be seeing Phil again.
Oh well, I'm not really gonna miss it in all honesty.
That's a shame, his prices were very agreeable.
Yeah, I guess they were okay for a random teleporting photo man.
This is going to be your final stop before the league, folks, so it goes without saying, heal up, buy what you need, and prepare your team accordingly.
No bonding before the game, okay? You've already taken care of that.
It's cool, man. I think he's actually been banned from the Pokemon League. No bonding allowed to take place here.
Thank God.
Well, that'll do it for today, folks. We'll see you all tomorrow, where we take on the Pokemon League of Kalos. See you then.